Okay, so for week 8 of winter anime, what a chill week. We got more story progressions, the shows continue. Apothecary Diaries, I'm loving where the story is going. Solo leveling continues. And you can't beat Frieren. The storytelling is in another level. The anime looks so beautiful. Love the character interactions. It's also cute. Also, we did have the Crunchyroll Awards this week, which were kind of ass. I'd say like the award show was cool, but then Jujutsu Kaisen won everything. So did Demon Slayer, bro. Best fantasy? Ain't no way. But hey, it is a popularity contest. If you don't agree with the anime awards, then let your opinion be heard. Let me know what anime you think is the anime of the year. My pick is definitely Oshinoko, but this is all unrelated. Let's get started talking about more animes. So we're on episode 25. We see everyone's basically kind of trying to clear the dungeon. We're at the bottom level, so there's only like one more room to go until we actually like become first class mages, or maybe not. I'm not sure if this is like the last mission or they have like another exam after this, but yeah, like it's hard because the final boss is Frieren. You have to beat Frieren. So that's because we saw last week there was like a Spiegel, like a monster that makes clones of people in the dungeon. So the easy way to defeat the Spiegel is to actually like defeat the main body because it's pretty weak on its own, but we see it's like protected by Frieren. It's behind the door, and we also realize that the Spiegel makes clones of literally everyone that enters the dungeon. So that's why I made the Sense clone. It's a little unfair because she's the teacher, she's not part of the exam, but yeah, you also have to fight her off. And all these clones are kind of scattered throughout the dungeon, but they slowly make their way to the bottom. So the more time we waste just talking, hanging out, the more likely we're going to get ambushed by everyone else. So they have a lot of people in their group, but they realize it's going to be too dangerous with everyone. Fern and Frieren will go in duo, distract her, and Fern will do the killing blow. So the reason they pick Fern is to exploit Frieren's fatal weakness. She can't track you when she's casting spells. It's like a rookie move, but basically she never learned to kind of track mana when she's casting. So not really too many people can exploit that because even if you cast a spell, she can still react to it. So that's what Fern's going to do because Fern can cast faster than anybody, and Frieren's going to distract her. So yeah, cool fight scene with them. Frieren just like jumping around and Fern hiding behind a pillar. And yeah, like, a lot of explosions. These Frierens are just doing like city explosion level magic, just like blowing each other up and dodging and everything. So it's very cool. We see everybody else, Denken and the team. They're waiting outside because there's more Spiegel clones coming in. So they'll probably try to hold them off. Like, none of them seem to be super dangerous, except maybe Denken himself and the Sense clone with the hair. So hopefully they defeat the Spiegel body before like all these clones overwhelm them. We also don't see Ubel and the glasses guy yet, and also like the party of the 3 people. So hopefully they make their way into the bottom, we'll see. But also importantly in this episode, we see Seihei. So she's the other elf that was like the inventor of magic or whatever. And we get a flashback where when Flamme died, Frieren kind of showed her will to Seihei, which is to basically spread magical knowledge into all the humans because magic before was kind of taboo. It was like a demonic thing, but now that Flamme kind of normalized it, she wants to spread more magic to humans. So Seihei doesn't really like this because she's like, oh, this is a tradition, magic should be kept secret, not everyone should be able to learn it. But then Flamme's will does get enforced, as we see. So Seihei realizes that this is the age of humans now. Slowly for 1,000 years, humans are learning magic, and now, yeah, they defeated the demon lord. Frieren also helped out, so that's like a cool flashback. She also tells Frieren the only person that could kill you is an elf or a human. So we flashback back to Fern blasting the Frieren clone, and the episode ends there. So, sick transition, sick episode, good storytelling, love the action and everything. So yeah, we're so close to the finale, 3 episodes left. I'm very excited. Okay, so for solo leveling episode 8, we continue from last time where Jinwoo tried to enter the S rank dungeon and got his ass handed to him, but he miraculously defeated the 3-headed dog and kind of continues his journey. So he can't really re-enter the fire castle because once you leave, you need a key to re-enter again. And he can't get lucky enough to like get it again from a reward box or from his like daily missions. So it looks like an RNG thing. Like, these are all game mechanics. So he has to like continuously keep grinding until maybe he gets lucky again, gets the key again, and then gets the kind of magical elixir of life to save his mom. So, Jin was kind of like our generic good guy. He's doing everything to help other people. And, he wants to get stronger himself, of course. So his primary goal is to rescue his mom. So he kind of goes back to the rich dude who kind of offered him like $20 million to like carry him through dungeons. So he's like, yeah, I've reconsidered your offer. Let's do it. So yeah, that's cool. I guess Jinwoo will get some money. Maybe not. Maybe some problems will occur. But yeah, they kind of sign up to a deal there. We get more lore about guilds, as in like the world is kind of like expanding. More people need resources in the dungeon. So a lot of them are trying to recruit these S rank hunters. survivors. Also, after that, Jinwoo gets signed up to join another dungeon with his old squad mates. So Juhi is there with like the one-armed dude and some of the remaining survivors. They feel a bit guilty because they're like, oh yeah, we left her ass, but now you're back to normal. But yeah, I mean, there are some death flags here because one of these dudes has a wife and a daughter, and he's still like doing like dungeon raids. So I feel like he's gonna die in this mission. I mean, we'll see, because there's also convicts that joined their team, because I guess these convicts also have hunter powers. So they're literally raiding this dungeon with these criminals that look like they're like kind of rapists and murderers. That's kind of not good. Surely nothing will go wrong, but we'll see. Also, just like a B rank overseer that's like watching them. So I guess next episode we'll see them go inside the gate and, you know, fight monsters. Jinwoo, he does have like that hidden power. He got super strong, so people might think he's a bit suspicious, but yeah, I guess we gotta see. Okay, so for the Apothecary Diaries episode 21, pretty chill episode. I liked it a lot, where we get Lihaku, a story of him, because he's like the big muscular dude, and he's also visiting the girl Frieren from the brothel. So yeah, he's in love with her, and he's afraid that someone might buy her out. There's like rumors that one of the girls is being bought out. So he goes to Mao. He's like, so how much will it cost to buy her out? Because I really love her. And Mao kind of wants to help him because Frieren is kind of like a mom to her. So I guess she really trusts Lihaku to be with her. So the problem is, you know, these girls are expensive. You need to basically pay for their salary times like 10 years, and you have to multiply that by 2. So it's like 10,000 silver just to buy her. So that's a lot. It looks like 10 years of this dude's salary at least. But then Mama's also kind of gauging him because just because you have the money, she also has to want you. So yeah, she likes his muscles, which is nice. Mama's kind of inspecting the muscles. She tells him to strip and flex, which is very funny. Jinshi goes in, you know, another misunderstanding. He gets jealous. But basically, you know, cute episode. I like where the story's going. We see it's like pretty wholesome in the end because Mao didn't reveal like the third condition, where if she likes you, you might get a discount. So that's pretty cool. We realize that Lakan is kind of like, you know, being evil in the back. He's spreading all these rumors about buying girls and everything. He seems to be like the primary villain so far. Okay, so for Bucchigiri episode 7, yeah, we got anime wrestling this episode. It's very fun. So yeah, I think last time Arjun, he kind of saved both the gangs. He did like a beatdown on the evil villain. He saved the day with his horniness. So he got his like magic Bucchigiri fist powered by his libido. And yeah, it's all good. Everyone respects him. Matakara likes him. All the gang leaders. The problem is he is a fraud. Like, this dude is such a fraud. Each episode, he's not gonna get better. This is our main character. We gotta follow him like this. I'm fine with it, but I know so many people hate this main character. But basically, they all go on the beach together, but it's not really fun relaxing in the sun, swimming in the water. So they have like this giant tent arena on the beach, and everyone's kind of like facing off. Both the gangs are like fighting. It's kind of like to build friendships. It's relaxing. It's not too serious, but we're just in some fun wrestling tournament. Also, Mahara shows up, but yeah, she's not wearing her bikini. Arjun is so sad. She's actually like fully covered up in a burqa. So I mean, I didn't really expect that. That was a pretty funny joke. Also, after that, we see Matakara. He's kind of like single-handedly beating everyone because a lot of his team is getting knocked out. So yeah, it's just like him versus the entire Sigma gang. He's like pretty tired, but yeah, he's there. So then Arjun joins Matakara's team. So it's like a tag team match. The problem is Arjun does not want to do anything. He's so bad. So Matakara handles everything. It's so crazy seeing Matakara getting beaten up. Jin actually puts him in like this submission maneuver and like ties him up, but then Matakara breaks his own shoulder to break free. Like this dude is so tough, so cool, nice. He does not deserve Arjun. Arjun kind of like miraculously helps because he distracts Jin by saying, yo, there's a giant kebab there. Jin gets kind of like angry and hungry, so he's chasing after Arjun. Yo, where's that kebab? And then funnily enough, like he gets launched like German suplex through the air and then like headbutts the other competitor and like pins him. So Arjun, he's still a fraud, but yeah, I guess he's winning. It's pretty fun seeing him being a fraud, but also like everything working out for him. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen next, but yeah, pretty chill episode so far. We're liking the anime, very nice story, good fighting. Okay, so for the Dangers in My Heart, season 2, episode 9, very cute episode every week. But yeah, last time we saw Yamada slept over at Kyotaro's house because it was like his birthday and everything. Pretty cute, but then, you know, she's also kind of like risking it with her parents getting in trouble because this is a dude. They never really explain everything, but yeah, they're getting so close. Also, we see that Yamada has like this trip at Hiroshima where she's doing like this big modeling gig. But then Kyotaro gets like super wary because he's like on Yamada's Instagram and then she's like uploading all these pictures. And there might be like some creepy obsessive stalkers like looking at the background. So then he's kind of like projecting because he's imagining other like lonely stalkers kind of like, you know, being down bad like he was before. So he's basically kind of protective of Yamada. Kyotaro keeps calling her. Also, Yamada accidentally like drops her phone, so Kyotaro feels like she got like kidnapped or something. So he actually runs back into her apartment to like see her dad, to see if like the dad can like get in contact with her. And then yeah, it was like a misunderstanding. She accidentally dropped her phone because her mom like spooked her. And then Kyotaro actually calls on the dad's phone, and then both of them the parents realize that, oh wow, this is the significant other. So yeah, they admit that they like each other to the parents. I guess that's kind of cute, but they didn't really admit it to themselves. So yeah, the relationship is still not official, but I mean, this is like really close. Also, after that, Kyotaro is still like very scared, so he actually goes to Hiroshima, meets up with Yamada at this ramen shop, and he realizes that the stalker leaving like creepy comments on her Instagram and Twitter, he's actually a girl, so it's like her model coworker. And then yeah, she's like a big Yamada fan, so yeah, she was just kind of like shit posting. But yeah, that's it for this episode. The big part is that yeah, they actually admit to their parents that they like each other, and Yamada's parents seem to be supportive, so yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen next time. Okay, so for Chain Soldier episode 9, we see Yuki getting kidnapped by his sister Alva. Wow, they're reunited. So yeah, we saw her earlier in the season, and yeah, it was kind of weird, like oh shit, these people turn into demons. So now we get like more kind of explanation on their backstory. So basically the 7th unit got kind of baited by these Mato, and then yeah, they kidnap Yuki. Yuki gets reunited with his sister, and then we realize that these demon people aren't really evil. It's kind of, you know, the typical story where the demons have families, they just want peace, but they just gotta keep fighting with the humans. So yeah, it seems like the demons are good per se, but then kind of anti-demon hunting unit have to keep fighting them because their presence keeps spilling out onto Earth. So yeah, I don't know, I guess we can't really live in peace. Everyone like keeps attacking each other, so it's like a never-ending conflict. So yeah, Yuki does like talking to his sister. We realize that like these like demon people, they have human souls, but it's like kind of absorbed a Mato, turned into demons. That's kind of interesting. Good setup. We see like all these new girls, and a lot of them are just like, you know, licking Yuki, rubbing their titties in his face. So it's pretty funny, more fan service. We still need more information because, you know, this is still the evil side. Even though they seem nice and okay, like they definitely have bad intentions. So yeah, maybe they're just like corrupting people. We'll see. We also see Kyoka can track Yuki because she has to give him the reward. So it looks like the 7th unit is teaming up with the 4th unit. And then all these people are going to go and rescue Yuki, fight these demons. Okay, so for Delicious in a Dungeon, episode 9, kind of interesting episode. We meet a new character, Namari, who's not really new, but she's part of like the old party, but then they broke up when Balin got eaten. So yeah, she just wants to make more money, so she kind of like joined a new party that pays her. She's with these 2 gnomes and some other people, and she kind of protects them as their bodyguard. The thing is, they kind of sacrifice her a lot, so yeah, they're kind of facing off against the Undyne that hurt Marcel, and she just like gets stabbed in the brain and instantly dies. But then one of her gnome companions kind of like heals her, resurrects her. That's funny, he's just like using her as a shield, but then resurrecting her. So after that, in this dungeon, they kind of team up to a lot of like crazy stuff. The first thing is there's like a tentacle monster in the dungeon that they're walking to on the stairs, and it kind of kidnaps one of the girls. So yeah, they like defeat it, but then they get like a lot of injuries trying to fight it because it has like poison. It kind of like stabs you and like incapacitates you. We see Namari fighting it, so yeah, she teams up with Laios. She kind of feels happier because, you know, she's reunited with their old party. It's like old times. And then yeah, they defeat the tentacle monster. It's like kind of like a root vegetable, it looks like. So yeah, I guess they're gonna eat it. Also after that, Marcel realizes that the Undyne has like a lot of like magical properties. So if you drink the Undyne water, then she can like restore her mana. So yeah, now they have to capture the Undyne. So how do they do that? Well, they have the pot that the dwarf uses, which is like pretty strong. So it's like an adamant pot that's pretty much indestructible. So they kind of like trap the Undyne in the pot, and then they kind of roast it in fire. So everyone gets like a bit burnt, a lot of injuries, but they end up boiling the Undyne. They get like this like kind of magical water. They cook all the tentacle roots and everything in there, and then yeah, everyone shares a meal. Marcel gets her mana back. Everyone's healed up. It was like Namari is thinking, oh, would she want to join Laios in a party? I don't think she does. So, you know, she wants to like keep going, keep getting money. But, you know, pretty solid episode. More adventures in this dungeon, more characters we see, cool fights, and of course more food. Okay, so for Mashle season 2 episode 8, yeah, we're back, but we get like some kind of filler fight. There's a lot of these villains from Innocent Zero. They all have like, you know, their powers. Mash is fighting the dude with the like the crown of thorns that shoots a lot of like carbon spikes at him, but then Mash just kind of like dodges everything so easily. It doesn't really consider him a threat. We see the headmaster guy. He kind of like unfroze a lot of people, like mostly the main characters and some of the divine visionaries. He looks like Innocent Zero. You know, he's kind of like the Voldemort character. He seems to be doing like a lot of like body experimentation. His face kind of morphs and everything. So yeah, this dude's kind of set up to be very powerful. The main fight here seems to be like this dude that can turn you into babies. So he turns Lance and Dot into babies. It was like pretty annoying, you know, filler fight. But you know, it's like a parody style story. So even though we're getting spoiled with a lot of action episodes, there's still a lot of like random comedy episodes. So, you know, the good guys are winning. It's pretty chill so far, but there might be some more escalations. You know, Mash is just punching through everything brute forcing. Maybe he'll face off against Innocent Zero, who claims to be his dad. So I guess we'll see what's gonna happen in the future. But yeah, so far, you know, just like a filler fight this episode. There's also like a lot more people fighting in the background. Okay, so for Gushing over Magical Girls, episode 9. So villains keep fighting each other. Pretty funny, because yeah, we saw like there's like an extended cast of villains. There's Baiser's group facing off against like these evil girls that want like world domination. So yeah, now we see two characters. It's like the idol girl who sings really poorly, and this girl that can kind of freeze and control people. So yeah, Baiser beats both of them, and then they join the party after like this kind of like insane fight. So Freeze Girl's trying to grab onto Baiser and her team, while the idol girl's just like shooting like dangerous sound waves at everyone. But yeah, they kind of keep blocking it, and then they bait the freezing girl to go into the dollhouse. Once you're in the dollhouse, you're trapped. And then Baiser kind of threatens the idol girl by like stepping on the dollhouse. And now Baiser is going Dami Mommy mode again. So she forces the idol girl to strip naked. This is the second time she had to do this. Kind of sad. But basically she has to give an idol performance while being naked. It's kind of like very embarrassing, like I feel for her. But then it's kind of crazy. Her singing actually got so much better. She's not off key anymore. It actually sounds professional. So I guess the idol girl kind of achieved her dreams all because of Baiser, making her not worried about her singing. She's not really focused on singing. She's kind of like worried about just being naked in public. So that kind of like distracts her and makes her singing really good. So then now they actually want to join Baiser's team. Baiser's harem grows. It's pretty funny seeing the villains just like fight each other. Baiser just like dominating all of them. And I guess they're scared of the other villain leader, so they choose to follow Baiser. So yeah, very solid episode. You know, story continues. The magical girls are like somewhere else, just like trying to get stronger. And it seems like Baiser and the villains are just like taking care of each other now. And we also got Undead Unluck episode 21. Kind of cool episode. We see Andy's past, where Fuko basically gets transported into his life memories. So yeah, he turns into a giant book, very massive. So it kind of shows that Andy lived for like so many years. And then yeah, Fuko kind of like goes to a random part in his life. We see he's kind of like in the Wild West, where there's like, you know, war and fighting going on. There's nothing much yet, but then just like a sad story where like everyone in Andy's team, they get like shot down. But then Fuko tells Andy she knows about his past, like he's immortal and everything. So it's kind of like a cute episode where they talk to each other. They kind of promise each other like they'll see each other in the future. You know, Fuko saying that she loves him. But yeah, we didn't really learn too much. And I guess we have to keep exploring his past. We still don't know about like his Victor power, because yeah, we know who Victor is, but we don't know why Victor is so strong and Andy's like kind of nerfed. So I guess we got to see, but you know, solid episode. The story does continue. And that is it for the shows this week. Thank you for watching. We're kind of reaching the latter half of these animes. So yeah, the weather's getting warmer. Winter is almost over. So yeah, leave a comment. I'll see you next week. Peace.